Hello everybody, and welcome to the Marvel A to Z series here on the Richest Realm channel. In this series, we'll be looking at the characters throughout the Marvel Universe, looking into their powers, story history, allies, and enemies. There'll be some big names you've heard of, and some you may not, as well as some weird and wonderful creations throughout Marvel's history. I'm going to start with a shout out to Marvox Gaming for their comment on the last video, and let's get straight into it with this episode for the letter D. Dr. Doom was born in a Romani camp in the tiny kingdom of Latveria in Eastern Europe. His mother was killed when he was an infant, and his father Werner was a healer. But when his father failed to save the Latverian Baron's wife from dying, Werner and Victor fled to avoid the Baron's retaliation. His father perished from the cold, but Victor survived and vowed vengeance on the world for his parents' deaths. When Victor discovered his mother's chest of magical artifacts, he realised that she was a witch. He developed an immense talent for sorcery and science, eventually winning a scholarship to a state university in the US. While there, he encountered fellow student Reed Richards. In an attempt to contact his mother in the hereafter, he invented an interdimensional communications device. Reed happened to find Victor's notes and pointed out an error in his calculations. Furious at Reed for invading his privacy, Victor chose to ignore Reed's warning. When Victor activated the machine, it exploded, scarring his face. According to one account, the explosion only left one thin scar. However, Victor's ego could not tolerate a single imperfection in his appearance. After the accident, Victor made his way to Tibet, where an order of monks helped him create a metal mask and armour which he would wear in his new role as Dr. Doom. However, donning the mask before it was fully cooled further scarred his face for life. Doom returned to Latveria, where he overthrew the monarchy and made himself king. In the most recent Secret Wars, Doom helped to salvage portions of reality and built a new battle world. Feeling a sense of godlike power, Doom installed himself as ruler, but Reed Richards was able to weaken Doom's hold on the reality, and he was defeated. With some help from Molecule Man, Doom's face was healed, and he was given a chance at a new life, and for a time he became a hero, and even stood in for Iron Man when Tony Stark was incapacitated. But after an encounter with Hood, Victor was scarred again. He retreated to his castle, where he restored Latveria to its former glory. He donned the mask and went to war, and the old Dr. Doom was back. Dormammu has spent most of his life in the Dark Dimension after he was banished there by his race. Following his arrival there, Dormammu allied himself with the Dark Dimension's ruler Olnar, showing him how to expand his realm by absorbing other pocket universes into it. Inadvertently, this was to cause Dormammu's rise to power, as one of the other pocket universes contained the Mindless Ones, and when they were released into the Dark Dimension, they began to wreak havoc. Before they were finally stopped, Olnar was killed and Dormammu was named Regent of the Dark Dimension. During the time of World War II, Dormammu accepted Baron Mordo into his service. But in recent years, Mordo grew displeased in his progress as Dormammu's servant and sought out sacrifices for a mysterious entity known as the Great Enigma. His actions got the attention of Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, and Mordo fled through a portal, only to arrive before the Enigma, none other than Dormammu himself, who had perhaps used this alias to test Mordo. This encounter brought Doctor Strange to Dormammu's attention. Dormammu had set his sights on conquering Earth many times, but the Ancient One and later Doctor Strange had foiled him, and most recently Doctor Strange trapped him in a pocket universe, making him vow never to attack Earth again. Dormammu swore vengeance against Strange, a grudge which even outweighed the hatred he had for the Ancient One. Dormammu soon found a loophole for his vow with Strange by granting Mordo more power than ever before. Mordo and his minions hounded Strange across the world for weeks, until finally abducting the Ancient One as a bargaining chip to lure Strange into the Dark Dimension. But after an encounter in the neutral realm with Strange, Dormammu was defeated once again. And now it's that time where we look at a weird and wonderful creation from the Marvel Universe, and this week it's Devil Dinosaur. On a planet similar to prehistoric Earth, dinosaurs coexist with primitive fur-covered humans. When a tribe called the Killer Folk tried to burn one of the dinosaurs, the reptile was rescued by Moonboy, part of a rival tribe known as the Small Folk. The fire had turned the dinosaur's hide a bright red, so Moonboy called the creature Devil Dinosaur, and the two became loyal companions, battling menaces from their world and beyond. For a time they became stranded on Earth in a savage land, but returned to their dinosaur world only for Moonboy to be murdered by the Killer Folk. A young genius from present-day Earth, Moongirl, used a time machine to let Devil Dinosaur go back in time to save Moonboy, after which Devil Dinosaur returned to Earth, and he teamed up with Moongirl on some new adventures. So that wraps up this video. Please hit that like button, and if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to write me a comment of your favourite character starting with the letter D, and you might get a shout out in the next video.